Last time, we arrived in Almerimar.
Yeah, sure. We have a booking in your marina this evening, and we are just about to come into the marina. Will you have a marinero ready for us, over?
And believe it or not, we were looking forward to a month working on the boat. Now this was to be our main preparation before crossing the Atlantic Ocean, the first big one for both of us.
It's warm out of the wind, isn't it?
After checking in with the marina office, we were allocated a berth directly opposite the travel lift, where we would be hauled out of the water in the morning. Lifting the boat out of the water can be stressful. I mean, you usually have a lot of finance and emotion all tied up in your boat. This is our home after all. But we've found that each time that we've lifted a yacht in New Zealand, Croatia, and now here in Spain, the dock workers and the lift operators are very, very good at what they do. I just have to learn to trust them with my baby. After entering the lifting bay, the lift moves into position and the workers get stuck in placing the strops in the correct positions. What you don't want is the lift pulling up on something delicate like the bottom of our keel or our propeller. There are markings on the side of the boat that they line up with to prevent this happening. Almerimar has two travel lifts, a 60-ton and a 100-ton lift. The marina itself is well over 1,000 mooring spaces for up to 60 metres in length. The podcast we listened to, Sailing the Mediterranean with France, gave us very good and accurate information about Almerimar.
Right. Actually, the boat itself, for 2 years when we last took it out, it's looking really good, yeah. There's hardly any growth on it.
Yeah. So they water blasting or we water blasting it?
No, they got a water blast it, yeah.
Now this may look a little grubby, but for the length of time it's been in the water, we are very happy with the lack of growth. The antifouling has really done its job.
It's going to be a mat. We're going to get filthy coming down there.
I know. View. There's their coffee shop.
Cup of tea and breakfast.
There's your coffee shop there. Into the sun.
So I went to the chandlery here. Well, it's more of a, well, he's got a paint shop and he's got sort of bits of everything. I think he's in charge of the yard as well. And had a chat with him. I did have this part here. Which is part of our bow thruster. And you can see in here, there's a whole heap of delamination that's happened. So this is fiberglass and it holds the bow thruster. Bow thruster drops down and the blades in there spin, makes the boat go this way or that way. But this was absolutely stuffed, and as you can see there's quite a bit of delamination there. So I asked him if there was somebody in the yard who can just repair that with a bit of fiberglass, because it wouldn't take much. But he actually came out with a better solution and got us a complete new one. Now this is stuff that they use when they drill a hole through the bow of the boat, and then they cut this stuff to length and fit it in. And then they put holes in it like that, and your bow thruster goes into it. So it's designed exactly for the job, and it was brilliant. So for $100, he pulled this apart, cut this up, and gave it to us. So now what I'm doing is, this was quite a sharp edge all the way around here. So I'm going to, so that we prevent it all happening again, I'm going to round these corners off, like this one here, because paint doesn't like sticking to a sharp edge. So if I round them off like that, hopefully the epoxy paint primer and then paint that I put on it will not come off so easily. But I'm really stoked because for €100 he's made this complete new unit up, and that's cheap as. If I had gone to Side Power to get this thing made, probably €500, something like that it would have cost us, plus shipping. So I'm pretty happy at the moment.
Right, the 10-metre lengths have been painted. And then the bow thruster's been removed. Got a plastic bag on it now because Gavin hit his head on the nice sharp spiky parts, and he's been grinding all this back.
I don't think we're going to make it.
Well, they can't throw us back in the water if we haven't painted it.
I've got to do the stern leg, sand that down.
Yeah.
And we've got to put the bow thruster back together.
Yeah.
Because the bow thruster's all in bits at the moment.
Yeah.
And it's got holes. It needs repairing. You know, just the cover piece.
Yeah.
So we've fixed the whole inside, which is great. But the cover, which actually folds up, needs repair. It's not a big job. But
do you want me to start sanding that?
No. This needs sanding. This is the big
Okay.
thing.
Apparently this is living the dream. Antifouling all over my face. At least it's not raining today. There's snow on the hills. We're 50% down with the sanding. Gavin's hit his head yet again. So there was a few choice words this morning for our neighbours to wake up to. But we're doing it. Living the dream. Living the dream.
So what we're doing, if I can get this mask off, we're raising the waterline because of all of the stuff that we've done previously by putting solar panels and all of that sort of thing on. We're lower in the back now. Now that's actually better for sailing, I believe. But the problem is that when we're at anchor, our waterline is above where the antifouling line came to. So and by probably a good 30 mils. So we're raising it up completely right to at the back here to the level of the sticker that goes around the edge. So that should help us a little bit when we're at anchor.
You did the shaft anyway first, didn't you? Or did you do the outside?
No, I did the outside of this first. Amazing, because you can't buy this stuff in New Zealand for a DIY. It's not available. Although the guy here did say that the people from PropSpeed don't allow DIYers to use this stuff. There is another product that they use, and that's for DIYers. But the weird thing is that it's exactly the same stuff. It's just they don't give the guarantees that they do with when the professionals use the product.
The time is about 8:10 in the morning, and we're at Almerimar, just been put back in the water from the hard stand. They said to us about 7:30, and we were up and ready to go. They lifted the boat off the cradles, and we ran around like little ants and finishing the last minute anti-fouling on the parts that were touching the cradle. We got put in the water, and now we're sitting waiting at the office at the tower to find out where we're going to be for the next couple of weeks. So hopefully they'll put us in a good place, and then the cleaning will begin. The decks are disgusting with all the anti-foul, but we did it. What an exhausting week. First 2 days were raining, we didn't get much done, and then just everything we did we seem to have to do twice. I can't even begin to tell you. You just think, oh, we've got it right. Oh no, we've got to do that different, or change it, or we haven't got the little part that it's just the story of our life on this boat. But it's beautiful just sitting still and waiting for the office to open at 9 o'clock. The sun's great temperature. Last night, when we knocked off at 7 o'clock at night, we decided to go and have a celebratory drink at our local. But after we'd had dinner on the boat, and then Gavin decided he wanted some nacho beans as a snack, and I don't know whether it was the beans, but I ended up with a fever, didn't get to sleep till about 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, just shaking, and we both had tummy bugs, so I'm glad nothing's happened. I think our systems just got a big shock, having to work flat out at 7:30 in the morning, and the tension of getting the boat back in the water. So I think we'll just be living on soda water today and scrubbing that deck from all the black anti-foul.